Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Char Futur 4. It's a tier 9 French premium medium tank, one of the reward tanks for completing or getting the tokens, and it's located on the north spawn of Pilsen under the command of Citron01. Now this is the first replay we've had submitted for the Char Futur 4. I've never driven one myself, so I've got absolutely no idea, but I've seen a few videos where the Char Futur 4 has been featured, and of course I've shot at them and killed them with my Arty, so I know that they are limited in some capacity, but they are also good in others. It's a bit like, in many ways, a bit like a Barras that has to stand off because it's very, very low on armour, and of course it's got a very long reload, incredibly long reload. Standard reload is 39.16 seconds, Citron01 has got 35.83. Now that Progetto beat him to the punch on the spot, but he's now in a position where he can get shots on the enemy, and the first target he's going for is Progetto 5.4. You can see his 105mm gun can do 390 alpha for a 4-second intra reload. And he's held back one shot. It's a 4-shot autoloader. And he's fired his last round speculatively and then immediately gone into reload. Now it's a pity that he did that because there's a couple of enemy tanks over here which he could get shots on. Batchat 25 TAP, the tier 9 French light tank, or medium tank actually. And the Char Futur 4, who was actually taken out over there as well.
Moving to support you.
CS52 list, the Fox. Fairly decent tank actually. It was one of the gooder, better marathon tanks. Of course, the best one was the Barras and then the Renegade, because those two really are very, very good tanks.
Fall back. Yes, sir.
Well, he's sending the Leopard prototype to fall back because of the list. Unfortunately, couldn't do anything about it. He did have very low hit points, so it was the correct decision for Citron to tell him to pull back. He really shouldn't have stayed there the moment that he lost his hit points. Just checking around to see what the situation is. You notice he holds down the right hand mouse button, comes out of aim view, looks around, and yes, he's found an enemy Barras. Now those things are really dangerous, mainly because they're so quick. Oh, yep, gets one in. Can he get a second one in? No, because the reload catches him. But he puts one into the T-54 behind that guy, and yep, gets another round in and takes that guy out. Now comes the Barras, and now he's got a Scarper because he's got no shells left, and well, you know his reload time, 35 seconds. He can't sit around and engage that Barras because the Barras will just put loads of holes in him. So he's done the best thing he can under the circumstances, and that's pull back. Unfortunately, it means that our tanks that are actually in the railway track area are going to suffer. The Canonian Jagdpanzer 105 has already lost some hit points, but he's still in the fight. We've also got a Scorpion G at the other end. Oh, Canonian Jagdpanzer dies. Now it appears there's nobody over that side, and he blind fired that shell in, and I think there was somebody there. I'm surprised whoever it is isn't firing back, because I didn't see any dust kicked up when he fired those shots, and he's popped his reload again. Yeah, the best thing he can do is pull back now because the Barras is making his way around that plateau, and he doesn't want to be here or there when the Barras turns up because he would lose a lot of hit points because he's not loaded. Instead, I think he's going to try and outflank that Barras and actually catch him from a different angle. So he's getting close to the factories so he can look over in that direction, potentially get shots at him. In fact, actually he just spotted an SU-130PM down at the south end of the factory. Now, did the SU-130PM spot him? Maybe? Maybe not. Well, he's looking this way, he's aiming, and yeah, he took a big hit. High roll for 567. But he takes out the SU-130PM with his next shot. So he's got a kill. In fact, he's got 2 kills now. The other one being the T-54 he took out earlier. But he is in reload again. And that Barask is still alive. Unfortunately, we also lost the Progetto. So there's only the Scorpion G over that side, and when he's going up onto the hill where the Arty would normally be,
Fall back from there.
he's telling his Scorpion to pull back.
Moving in to support you.
Or is it the AMX 5120 that he's telling to come out? Oh, now this is interesting. Scorpion G has moved in with another enemy tank down there. I don't see what the name is of that one. Oh, it's an IS-3. Okay, well the IS-3 is a one-shot. If he pulls out from that gap, he is going to die straight away. Still no sign of the Barask.
Moving to support your position.
Okay, he's decided to go back because he's loaded. Scorpion's happy because he's coming back. Oh, now this is interesting. Scorpion can sit there and pick up the spotting when he hits and takes out that 274. Trouble is, we still don't know where the Barask has gone. He's kind of in the open here. It's almost like he's trying to draw fire from the enemy so he can actually then respond. There's the 274. Hello, Mr. 274. Goodbye. And he's out the game. The Barask actually returned to his own side of the map. Oh, missed with that shot. Can we get another one on him? Good try. And no, he's not going to get another shot. Pop the reload. Well, the Scorpion's still alive, which is good. Oh dear. What happened there? Yes. Sometimes I came across an upflipped, upside down tank just the other day actually. I was in my Arty as well, funnily enough. I thought, what the hell's going on here? But I actually saw somebody flip over in another game and then participated in the mad dash to try and kill him before he could get himself back up again. Well, the enemy seems to be boxed into the factory, but they still have 5 left and, well, 4 left now. And there's only 3 left on our team. The Scorpion, the Lerva, and of course Citron01 in the Char Futur 4. Now we're about on par with the enemy on hit points. We've got slightly more than them, but only slightly. IS-32. Can we get a shot? He's gone high to try and spot. Oh, he's been spotted! And it was the list behind him that saw him. Okay, so he's locked on. Can't go for the IS-32 instead, but... Or is he? No, he was spotted again. If he tries to spot at all, this thing really doesn't have a lot of armor, so you really shouldn't try to engage tanks who've got a very good alpha and pretty hefty guns. Oh, the lock! Fox is inside. He hits one into us, but he dies for a shot to the rear, and he's happy about that one. Yeah, the armor on this tank is very weak on the hull. It's 55 at the front, 40 on the sides, and 30 at the rear. 140 on the front of the turret, 90 on the sides, and 30 at the rear. So you can see it doesn't have much in the way of armor. The IS-3 too just died to the Scorpion, who was platooned with us. And now we're the last one left alive, and there's 2 enemy tanks left. The Barask, who's a 2-shot, I think, if I remember correctly. Maybe a 1-shot. Remember, it's 390 alpha. No, he's not. He's and he gets one in. Go for the kill. Yes! And that just leaves the E75, but he did see us, and we've taken a hit. He pulled back. Now, this is where we're going to have to try and outfox him. He is very low on hit points, though. He is a 1-shot. We've popped the reload, so ideally what he wants to do is snipe this guy from a distance. Just remember, the Char Futur 4 only has thin armor, And if that E75 hits him with the 128mm gun, he'll be out of the game just like that. Okay, he's loaded. Where did the E75 go? Hello! And that's a Top Gun, and he wins the game, and he's really happy. And he has good reason to be. And here's the end of battle results, and that was the first class tanker for Citron01 in the Char Futur 4. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 6. He got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a fire throw effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. He got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall, and also a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. The E75 was the last kill in that he managed to get, and that gave him the Top Gun. Let's have a look at team score and see where he is. Well, top of the table when it comes to damage with 4,616. The next high score had been the Object 7032 on the enemy team with 3670, and their Batchat Barask managed to get 3,414. When it came to kills, it was 6 kills for Citron01, 3 kills for the Scorpion G on his own team, his platoon mate, and 3 kills for the E75 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it's 1,199. And that means he's got the top in all 3 columns, and the only player over 1,000. 971 went to the Tortoise, and 962 went to the Scorpion. He fired 22 rounds in that game, got 17 direct hits and 15 penetrations, damage of 4,616 hit points, of which 2,812 were up more than 300 meters, received 3 hits from the enemy, all 3 penetrators. As I said, the armor is very thin, so any hits you get, more than likely they're going to do some damage. You'll only be lucky if it hits the tracks. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and on a premium count he earned 43,814 credits. And after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, and yes, he did use premium ammo, he ended up with a loss of 22,678 credits for the game. 1,199 XP, 900 for tactical training, 90 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 2,789 experience points altogether. So that was the first game that Citron01 played in his Char Futur 4. Obviously, he's an experienced player, so he knew how to handle an autoloader, and he actually handled this one rather well. I've seen other players in their Char Futur 4 take it out, and of course, because they think it's got armour like some other medium tanks, they rapidly find out that it doesn't, and also that 4-second intricate reload is so long that if you just drive out in front of an enemy tank and they fire back at you, yeah, he's going to put you full of holes before you manage to get your second shot off. So yes, not a great idea to do that, and you have to handle it basically like a tank destroyer. Shoot from a distance, only when you're absolutely certain. Don't let the enemy get any shots in return, and then you'll be okay. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.